Hey guys, welcome back to BDP Sportscards. Today we have a box of 2025 Absolute Football Retail Fat Packs. I think these are the Fat Packs at least. I picked this up online super cheap. I think it was like $30 or $35 for the box. 12 packs, 20 cards per pack, and we are looking for kabooms. We're kaboom hunting. If you look up the odds of pulling a kaboom out of a retail pack like this, there are no pack odds, but it's funny, it'll say very slim, or it'll say kaboom or bust, and you'll see things like that about these packs of cards because there's very little value, right? Even though you get these retail exclusive blue parallels, and there's chance to pull an auto, whatever, you're really looking for a kaboom, right? There's like 90 different players on the kaboom checklist, but the odds of finding one in a box like this, I would think, is probably 1%, a little less than 1% chance of hitting a kaboom. But if you do hit a kaboom, regardless of who the player is, obviously it's a tremendous ROI, right? So let's get into these packs, if I can open them, and let's see if we can't get super lucky. Man, these packs are hard to open. And, along the way, who knows? We might pull something else that's cool. We're going to go through these really quick, all right? Because especially this is all, completely worthless. There's Brooks. There's McMillan. There's a Hog Heaven of Jaden Daniels. And we'll keep going. That's it for that. Okay. Guys, I hope the hobby's treating you well. I hope life is treating you well. If you're in the Northeast like I am, it suddenly got very hot, especially here in New York. We were in the 80s today. So obviously everybody's getting sick now, calling out of work. Hopefully I do not. I'm trying not to. There's the Draft Diamonds. That's one of the inserts this year. As always, there's the By Storm, which is another one of the inserts. And we go through the rest of the cards, and we're off to the next pack. Guys, if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. I hope you'll consider subscribing. I hope you'll like the video if you indeed like it. And drop me a comment. There's a Jackson Dart Rookie Wave. It's a cool card. We're looking to collect as many Jackson Darts as we can. There's Genty. Darts market is really hot right now. Who knows what he's going to be? He's shown some flashes. I'm a Giant fan, so I'm obviously hoping he's great. The Giants are making a mess of what will be Harbaugh's first year as coach. Dexter Lawrence now is demanding a trade. Who knows what they'll get as far as compensation. It's just not... nothing's really what we're looking for here, This is not the start we're looking for. Let's put it that way. Dart's got to stay healthy. Scatabo, Mr. CTE, has got to stay healthy. The way he runs, who knows? There's a lot of things up in the air. Anyway, Darts market is still good. I'm a Giant fan, so we're going to look for as many darts as we can find. There's look at that. There's a numbered card. That's numbered to 325 of Tyrone Tracy. There you go, speaking of Giants. So we got a numbered card out of there. What else is in this pack? There's a introductions coming up aces of, what was that? It's Beck and Genty. Okay, and there's a Leonard saddle up. And we keep going through. That was a good pack. There's some decent stuff going on in there. All right, let's see. Come on, baby. Wow, these packs are really hard to open. I don't know why. You'd think they were securing something really valuable in there. Maybe there is. Maybe it's a kaboom. Maybe it's a Jackson Dart kaboom. Maybe it's a green or a gold kaboom. Who knows? Wouldn't that be? That would be awesome. Hit something like that. There's Abdul Carter. There's Tootin. And we'll keep going. Base. And we're at the second half of the box. This design hasn't changed much in the last few years. It's a little bit different this year, but not notably enough to bother pointing out. Who's this? Orange Crush. Bryant Harvey ready to bolster Broncos offense. Well, we'll see. Back in black. All right, I believe it. There's Shuck. Let's see what Shuck's going to do now that he's got all this hype, and he appears to be the guy in New Orleans, at least for now. We'll see what he's made of. Should test his mettle this year. Nobody expected much of him last year, so everybody was pleasantly surprised. Now that there's some expectations, we'll see what goes on. There's Tez Johnson. There's Abdul Carter again. There's Bijan. And a bunch of base. All right, we have 4 shots left at pulling a Kaboom. Again, 1 in 100. And when I say 1 in 100, I mean 1 in 100 boxes of this stuff probably have a Kaboom. This is not like hobby, right? Hobby boxes are way more expensive, and there are case hits. So in other words, 1 out of every 12 boxes, right? You're going to hit one of the case hits. You're going to hit a Kaboom, let's say. That is not at all in any way, shape, or form the case in retail. In retail, 1 out of 100 boxes, you'll get a Kaboom. That's why I don't know if you saw. I have a video. I don't remember if it was a short or a video. I got a sympathy pack in the mail from RGL, from Run Good Life. I get into those breaks every now and again. He's one of the fairer breakers on the app. And I hit Patty Mahomes Kaboom out of a single retail pack that he sent me for missing in his break. I think I sold it for, I don't know, I sold it off for like $1,000 a couple of weeks after I pulled it. I mean, it was, talk about getting lucky. That was ridiculously lucky. So maybe I used up a lot of that luck. There's Cam Ward, Jake Ferguson, there's McMillan again, there's Luther Burden, and a bunch of base. And we are down to our final pack of 2025 absolute retail fat packs. I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you enjoyed the rip. I hope that I can end with some giant card in this pack, although I'm not holding my breath. And, if you like this content, please drop a like. If this is something you'd like to see more of, or something in particular you'd like to see, please drop me a comment. Let me know. There's Jackson Dart again. I'm always open to suggestions. I'd like to know what you'd like to see opened or what you'd like to see content-wise. Anyway, guys, that's it for the box. We got a couple of darts, I think, right? We got 1 dart on top, and we got a second one, a rookie wave. That's pretty cool. And the Tet McMillan. So, all in all, again, is there any real return in a box like this? No. And that's why they say Kaboom or bust, and that's why people don't really open these that much. Anyway, but there we are. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you like the content and you made it this far, please drop a like on the video. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.